Well, welcome back to my Ford Transit Mk8 Campervan build, and this is going to be part 2 of the recirculating shower system. So this time I'm going to be looking at building the actual room itself. So it's not just a shower room, it's sort of a multi-purpose wet room, drying room, with the idea of being that you can have a shower in there, but it's also going to house a toilet. It's also going to act as a drying room, so the diesel heater is going to vent into the room, and the walls are going to be insulated. So I can put wet kit after coming out off the mountains and the hill and to dry in there, or dry some wetsuits, something a bit like that. Last time we made the tray, or the shower tray frame for the recirculating system, because I need to collect the grey water, so I need to pipe it together. And doing that we did dual drains because it's in a van and that's not necessarily always going to be sitting level, so I need it to be able to drain into either end. This time we're going to be building all the walls, and I'm going to go for using Studwork opposed to using 18mm ply or something like that. Yeah, so let's get cracking. It's a new day, so whilst I'm waiting for parts to turn up to finish the actual shower tray, I'm going to work on the stud walling around it. I think I've had a last minute change of heart on my layout. I guess when actually putting the shower there, it really makes this part of the van quite dark. There's no light coming in from the open door. Okay, I think I've had a bit of a moment of madness and had a complete redesign of the layout. Well, not complete redesign, but a pretty major one. Which I think will work better in the long run. The shower, such a big thing in the vehicle, it sticks out further than anything by quite a lot, which puts it in the way, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with that. So the minute I've thought, well, I could stick it behind the driver's seat, not get a swivel for the driver's seat, but still get a swivel seat to replace this bench, and then that sort of stopped it being in the way as such. And then further back in the van, my bed and my cabinets would stay the same, which would be great. And I've now opened up all of this area, or this one, to have the kitchen and that bench to go back here somewhere. I think we'll do that. Redesign at the final hour. So, bathroom is now here. Big thing in the van, it's now out of the way. Means I can also have a sliding door bulkhead behind the vehicle as well. Quite creaky, isn't it? Kitchen, this area. And then remain with the beds, the batteries on this side. On this side here we'll have the main water tank. However, we're going to move the diesel heater and the hot water tank over to here. So this episode's been me building something and then going, I might redo it all. Alright, let's figure it out and carry on. Nothing like doing a complete redesign of your vehicle and the layout you've had for months. It's the beauty of owning a vehicle, isn't it? The beauty of doing your own build, you can just redesign stuff. I'm going to screw down some of the base so my bits don't move, but I'll leave this piece loose so I can still get this in and out if need be. So I've just set the collar on my my drill bit so I can drill the same amount each time into the wood to then recess these longer screws into the 18mm ply below. Might be time to give the van a hoover. Well, that's the van clean, ready to do the first fixings. Getting there slowly. I am pretty much running out of wood for the day, but the frame is starting to get there. Lots more to do though. Always probably about best I can get inside the van really. So I think with the amount of wood I've got left, I'm going to have to call it a day for today. I'm going to go to B&Q tomorrow and get some more. But I'm making some good progress. I'm happy. Right, it's a new day and I've got some more wood, so I can carry on doing the stud work. So at the moment I'm also just building where the bulkhead is at the removed. I've got this kind of empty gap. I've got a little space between sort of the bulkhead and the shower, so I'm just going to use that space to build a little shelf with a slight angle on it, just for any water which pulls it would run out of it. I'm going to start putting together my extremely over-engineered bathroom shelf. Having the router so you can make really awkward bits fit definitely makes life a lot quicker. Right, well, it's now sort of bit mounted to the ceiling on the hidden van rib. I guess the next is figuring out all these bits, really. So the cabinets on this side are going to be mounted at about 90 centimetres above the ground. Well, that's going to be the height of the bed. So I'm going to make sure that I put one of these battens right on that mark, which is going to be there. It's getting there. Still need to fill in this section. This is the door, and do that wall, but that's the whole van shaking. It's not going anywhere. It's secure, and it is going to be one half of the actual support for that side of the vehicle as well. Well, that stabbed a hole through absolutely everything. Well, I've run out of wood again, but pretty much all of the framing done. I just need to finish off this one. Got one bit of wood left. But apart from that, I'm rather pleased. Maybe this corner as well. I need probably one in there so the wood can join. But yeah, pretty sturdy. Shower room in, and then this is where you're going to have the filters for the recirculating shower, and also a nice sort of cupboard up here with a slanted bottom, so you can have your soaps and your toilet roll and your stuff in there. But I think I'm going to have a beer and call it a night. It's been a long day. It's got a beautiful sunset. Van's getting there, I'm happy. So in a minute I'm making this wall. I need to scribe out this edge. So I made a bit of a cardboard template I've lined up against first, and I've just made a bit of a scribe, so my pencil to a bit of wood. And all I need to do is run the bit of wood along the ceiling, and it marks down a nice line which follows the curve of the roof. Now I just need to cut it out of paper. So I'll just cut that line out. Hopefully this should all marry up quite nicely. There we go. So that's just now scribed the edge of this perfectly, so I can now put that onto my wood. So there's no way you can see my pencil marks, but this is my work piece at the moment. Well, after a small correction in my measuring, and I've got my lines all laid out so I can go ahead and cut this wall piece out. So this wall piece is 9mm because the cupboards are going to join it here, and I'll probably have a shelf or something along here, or just something or other. Because this is going to be the back of this is going to be the kitchen wall. Here, kitchen area, and then electrical cupboard, and then bed. Because I am really terrible at using a circular saw for straight lines, and my one has a blunt blade and gives a rubbish finish, I've just screwed a batt underneath, and I'm going to use the flush bit on the router just to do it that way. Right, it might look like we skipped ahead a little bit, mainly because I didn't realise the SD card had filled up and I carried on filming. So, I finally got a wall piece in, which is good. Took a little bit longer than I had planned, and I'm going to be screwing it with drywall screws about 35mm long into the stud work behind it. And this is just for sort of structural for this end, because it means the covered ends are going to be attached to it. And then I'll probably cover it with 5mm or 3mm ply with upholstery on, just for the final actual visual of it. But it's more just the structure. But having now got a wall inside the shower room, it still does seem like quite a big room, to be honest, which is good. Not really a fan of seeing all of the bathrooms in vans where the shower is sort of coffin sized. So off camera I've just been doing a little bit more work in here. I've got some, let's brighten this up a bit, putting some roof slats . Right, I know this is a weird angle here, but this is just so this has something to fix to. This is going to be covered with the back of the shelf. So then my roof can be a nice straight continuous line with these as the supports. So it gives me plenty of, well, plenty of space above my head as well. Not plenty of space, but you know, decent amount of space above my head. Since the shower tray is on stilts, which raise it above the ground, and there's a gap at one end, it seemed like a good idea to me just to put just some ventilation holes in here, so although there should be no moisture, since it's open at one end, just encouraging any airflow to go through isn't going to be a bad idea. So I'm just going to use an auger bit and put some holes down, low down. Holes in, low down. So I'm pretty much going to end this video here. Most of the stud work has been done and is finished. There's a few other little bits and bobs I need to do. The reason I'm ending it now is because the next video is where I'm going to have to mount this shower tray frame and the shower tray into the bottom of the stud work, and then start doing the ply lining and the PVC lining for the walls and actually waterproofing the whole bathroom. And that's going to sort of be quite a different video, so I'm going to leave that for then. I think just to recap, the reason I did for the stud walling opposed to using 18mm ply is I felt using the stud wall was going to be probably weight for weight, very similar, if not a bit lighter. Because 18mm ply to have structural walls would be pretty heavy, whilst these CLS timbers aren't actually that heavy. And for me, it's a lot more. Having a stud wall is a lot more functional. I can insulate it in the walls because that's where I'm going to also have my drying room. I feel like the 18mm ply would do a good job at sort of absorbing heat opposed to sort of insulating the room. And I also want to be able to run some of the pipes and wiring internally as well, so through the sort of cavity. But that's pretty much going to sum up this video here. So once again, thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.